Debbie, hi, it's me.
Hi.
Her voice is bright and cheerful, no hint that she's mad or anything. That's the thing about Debbie, she never holds a grudge. We don't argue much, but when we do, she just says her piece and moves on. A huge difference from most of the other girls I know. Debbie, I've got some big news to tell you, but first, I want to say sorry about earlier today, that whole thing with Miss Godwin. You were right. It's a mortal sin for me to treat her like that. I won't do it again, and this time I'm keeping my promise.
Don't worry about it. We all make mistakes. Half the problem is Miss Godwin is a terrible teacher.
I wonder, do the nuns realize how bad she is?
I bet they know, but they probably can't do anything about it. But enough about all that. What's the big news?
You're not going to believe it. John Ryan called and asked me to go to the dance. I was so surprised. I hardly remember what I said. Wasn't he supposed to wait until I asked Dad?
You can't be serious. He called already? Yeah, he was supposed to wait. That message must have gotten folded up somehow. Anyway, what difference? So he called and invited you. Are you going?
I still have to ask Dad, so I told John to call back in 2 days. Now I have to screw up the courage to talk to Dad about it. He thought it was so funny that a boy was even calling me. I wouldn't tell him afterwards who it was. It wouldn't satisfy his curiosity.
If I were you, I'd get that conversation over as soon as possible. Just go ahead and ask him. The worst you can say is no. How did the phone call go? Did you think of anything to say?
It was rough at first. I felt like a moron. But it did get a bit better, and I actually made him laugh once.
That's great. He did tell Steve he thought you were cute.
He thinks I'm cute. I break out in a big grin. But then I take a deep breath because there's something else that needs to be said, and I can't put it off any longer. Debbie, about Mom.
Maureen, you don't need to explain anything to me. It must be really hard for you with your mom sick in the hospital.
I know I don't have to explain anything, but I want to. My voice sounds strained, like it's coming from someone else. It's true, you know, what the girls said in the bathroom. Mom's not at St. Clair's. She's somewhere else. I simply can't say the name of the hospital. The words won't form in my mouth.
It's okay, Maureen.
But the other part they said, that she's crazy, that's absolutely not true. She's just sad, that's all. Really, really sad.
I know, it's depression, but I'm sure the doctors can fix it.
My antenna go up. How do you know?
I asked Mom about it today, after school.
Oh, and the image of that conversation flashes through my head like a movie scene. Cripes. Seems like the whole town knows about Mom.
Some people know. Not everyone, though. Hard to keep something like this a secret.
I guess. My voice is detached, toneless. I don't know what to do about this anymore. I don't know what to tell people.
Just say your mom's sick. She's in the hospital. That's all you need to say. And if anyone's rude enough to ask more questions, just say you'd rather not talk about it.
I suppose. Maybe.
There's nothing you can do about it. Only wait until she gets better. But what you can do is get up the nerve to ask your dad about the dance. John is calling back Thursday night, and you need an answer for him.
We giggle, and the next thing I hear Dad shout from the living room. Maureen, will you get off that phone? You've been on it the whole night. Time for bed. Uh-oh, gotta go.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Bye. Slowly, I replace the receiver. I'm tired now, but I also feel really happy. I'm lucky to have a friend like Debbie. She can make sense out of anything. It's good she understands about Mom, and she sure understands everything about me. So glad I called her. Somehow things don't seem hopeless anymore.